So that's why the Bible says God loved us enough because he knew we couldn't keep the standard. The commitment thing is I've been married 14 years. I would die for my wife, right?
Yeah.
Well, God loved you so much that he committed himself to die on the cross for your sin because he knew you were not going to be able to close the gap by being good.
Yeah.
It's almost though you're charged with $1 billion worth of speeding tickets. If somebody comes in and pays your speeding fine, the judge can do what?
Decline it?
Yeah, he can let you go. He can dismiss your case because somebody paid the fine for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? You couldn't pay him under the table. If you paid the man under the table and the judge let you go, what kind of judge would he be?
Bad judge.
Bad judge. So God can't be paid under the table by being good or trying to connive him or persuade him. The only thing that impresses him is what Jesus did on the cross. Mm-hmm. So God loved you enough to send Jesus to pay your fine because he knew you couldn't pay it. That's how much he loved you.
That's a good way to read it out.
Yeah. That's what makes Jesus so impressive. Is because every other religion says I have to try to pay God under the table to try to secure my place in heaven. That's religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now that you say that, I'm kind of looking at it. And
Makes sense?
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're trying to jump out of a plane, 10,000 feet in the air, trying to flap your arms to save yourself. Mm-hmm. Religion says that you can try to save yourself. Man, Jesus says nobody can save themselves because they sinned. Mm-hmm. They're unholy. Before God lets you in, he either has to punish your sin or purify it. So right now, as it stands, if you stood before God tonight, he'll have to do what to you?
I would be punished.
Yeah, because he's just doing what a good judge does.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't want to punish you. He wants to actually purify your sin. That's what he did when he sent Jesus. He is willing to clean your sin so that when you stand before God, it'll be like you never committed a sin because of the death and resurrection of Jesus. And it's not because you're good or I'm good. It's because he's good and he's rich in mercy. He's willing to let you go. But you must transfer your trust from your way of trying to make yourself right. Right? Mm-hmm. Like you're trying to make yourself right by 4 ways. I guarantee you it's one of these 4 ways you're trying to make yourself right. One is you're pursuing riches. Man, you're just trying to be successful, make money because man, that makes us feel like we're contributing. Mm-hmm. But man, you're gonna die and it's not gonna do anything but be passed down to your family.
Yeah.
And 70% of lotto winners end up dead within 3 to 5 years. Are bankrupt. Mm-hmm. So we know that where that's going. Some people try to satisfy themselves with relationships, sexual relationships. They try to pursue different people to try to find their identity in. But man, broken people can't really fix broken people.
No.
Right? And some people try to go after religion. They try to just be spiritual. But man, does it really change people's behavior? They still just add on Jesus like a button, but they don't really change. They're just saying, hey, just in case, this is my ticket to get into heaven. But they don't really take it serious. Mm-hmm. And then some people use runs, this just gives you a temporary relief, like smoking weed, drinking, drugs, just something to quiet down the conscience, like your guilty conscience.
I've had my fair share of that.
You feel me?
Yeah, I quit a year and a half ago. Quit everything.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So those are ways that people are trying to find meaning in life. But dude, none of those things are going to really ultimately do what it needs to do for when you die and stand before God. If you'll humble yourself, this is the pinky finger, and just acknowledge, man, you can't save yourself.
Oh yeah.
You're in trouble, man, unless God sends Jesus. If you'll humble yourself, man, and just tell God, God, I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm humbling myself and I'm putting my faith in Jesus. Then the Bible says God will establish a relationship with you through his son. If you try to do it yourself, you just ain't gonna be good enough to get there. That's why he sends Jesus as the mediator, the go-between between God and man, because he's the only one that can make that happen. Every other religion says you have to try to get there yourself, and Jesus says, no, you need a mediator, you need an ambassador to stand between, yes. Okay. And he's the only one that's ever chose to die for your sin, even though you messed up. And so, man, that changed my life, man, it changed Doug's life. And that's pretty much the central message of the Bible. When I understood that, dude, my life changed. So tell me, man, what you really thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm a lot more knowledgeable about it.
Yeah.
But no, I still have a while until I understand what's going on.
Yeah, man, for sure.
What path to take, what to understand.
For sure. Yeah, man.
So, I mean, I am definitely, more knowledgeable about it.
That's great, man.
But
that's all good.
I just got to figure out what I'm going to do first.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for letting us get a chance to share with you and just share the hope that we have and share our heart with you.
I love listening to people. Yeah, I love answering questions, even if they're questions I can't answer.
Yeah. I'm curious, man. I was just thinking about you in that meeting. What made you come back and get my cell phone cut down?
I figured more than likely I'll have a few questions within a few years, so
Cool.
why not have a phone number that somebody I can call?
Yeah, please do, man. You call me.